Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Hope you all are doing awesome. I needed to zoom in a little bit more. You can see a little bit of the mask right here, a little bit of the light up in the corner. But that's what we do here. It's all about quality control. Am I right? Well, that's not it. Anyway, it's a Friday. It's October 18th. Yeah, why would that work? My name's Tom Coffey. We're at Coffee and Nuance on the socials, and I'll be posting something on X a little bit later after the show. Just a reminder, we are on Highway 420. We're trying to get to 420 followers on Rumble. Not doing great. We're still stuck at 314. We got to get to 420 for the meme. So let's see if we can make that happen. But anyway, today we're going to be talking about something. As it's a Fact Check Friday, we got to talk about facts and how we arrive at our facts. And for that, I want to talk about a concept that I call the Fluke of Truth. But first, I got to sip the coffee. I look red. I look really red today. What's up with that? I don't know. I don't think I'm that red in real life. Maybe I'll learn how to do filters at one point, but oh well. Let's roll, shall we? You ever notice how some people get things right for the absolute wrong reasons? Talking about that person who's convinced that they're some kind of genius just because they stumbled upon the truth. Like finding your keys on the bathroom sink, not because you went there to look, you just had to go. Yeah, that's the fluke of truth. It's when someone nails the answer, but only because their reasoning was so messed up, it somehow looped back around to being right. The fluke of truth. It's like that one guy who's completely clueless about everything, but somehow manages to nail one big thing. We all know this guy, right? He's the dude who swears by a detox diet he read about on Facebook, but he ends up losing weight because he accidentally cut out all the junk food in the process. He really thinks it's the magic of celery juice. Well, congratulations, Greg. Now you're skinny, and you're also an idiot. Then there's your astrology friend who thinks she can predict major life events because Mercury is in retrograde. Then one day something goes wrong, and she's like, see, I know it was coming. No, Brittany, your problem isn't planetary alignment. It's the fact that you always make terrible decisions. But hey, congrats. You hit the fluke of truth. You're not Nostradamus, who coincidentally was the master of flukes of truth. These people, they're like broken clocks, right twice a day, but oblivious to the fact that they're malfunctioning the rest of the time. And when they're right, they think they're a prophet. It's like giving credit to the clock for accidentally telling the truth. No, you're still broken. And this phenomenon, it's everywhere in politics. Oh, I love this in politics. How about the guy that predicted the stock market crash because he think reptilians favored crypto? No, turns out the market did crash. It wasn't because of secret societies. It was because of some hedge fund managers who got a little too creative with someone else's money. But now this guy's walking around saying, I called it. I told you something was wrong. Dude, you got it right for all the wrong reasons. That's not insight. The thing about these flukes of truth is they make people think they've cracked the code to reality, when really they just rolled a natural 20 in the game of dumb luck. Now, that's a Dungeons and Dragons reference for you non-nerds. Can't help myself sometimes. Look, I get it. It feels great to be right. It's a rush. But just because you got your reasoning was sound, just because I can't even read. But just because you got the answer doesn't mean your reasoning was sound. It's like you made the game. It's like you made the game-winning shot, but it bounced into the net by sheer dumb luck. We shouldn't be giving out trophies for that. Here's the thing. The world is complex. There's a lot going on, and understanding it takes effort, it takes reason, it takes, I don't know, thinking. But when people get something right by accident, they skip that part. They think they've hit some grand truth when really they just lucked out. So next time someone's acting smug because they got something right, ask them how they figured it out. If their answer involves stars, ancient proverbs of the fact that they just had a feeling, then congratulations, you've just witnessed a fluke of truth. My name's Tom Coffey. This is the Coffey Nuance Show. It's the best damn censored commentary and news show live right now. Flame on. Oh, anyway, what's up, chat? Nice to see you. Did I have that on the screen the whole time? No, I should have had this. That looks like the Fluke of Truth right there. Or this one. Fluke of Truth, that works. Anyway, sometimes stuff just doesn't come together. Anyway, Fluke of Truth. It's a noun. It's a situation where someone arrives at a correct conclusion or prediction, not through logic, not through reasoning, not through evidence, but purely coincidence, chance, or faulty reasoning. It highlights the contrast between accurate outcome and the unreasoned, often ignorant or illogical path taken to get there. Here's an example. Despite using a widely inaccurate model to predict the stock market crash, his forecast turned out to be a fluke of truth. So there we go. Very true, Natasha. Very true. So anyway, I keep seeing this a lot. People, and we have these things that get to us, and we're all different, right? All different. But for me, it's when someone has the right answer, but they got there in the dumbest way possible, and it's just pure luck. And I don't know why this bothers me so much. It shouldn't bother me. I should celebrate it. But it just bugs the hell out of me. And so I wanted to come up with something that we can call that. I'm calling it the Fluke of Truth. However, I am up for better names. If you can come up with something better, let me know in the comments. This may be the last time I do this on a regular basis, but I did pop this into a little into the Google LM. That's the Google language model, and did a little podcast on it. Shockingly, it's like 17 minutes long. We're not going to listen to the whole thing. I'll just play you just a little bit at the beginning. And this is what they came up with the Fluke of Truth after I fed in my little article. They called it a book. It wasn't that long. Here we go.
Today we're tackling a topic that's fascinating and honestly a little unnerving.
Have you ever been right about something, but for all the wrong reasons?
We're diving deep into the world of flukes of truth today.
And we're going to unpack why these flukes happen and what they mean for us.
It's interesting, isn't it? How often we focus on the outcome being correct.
We don't always stop to think about the process of getting there.
And that can be just as important, as you'll see.
You're telling me.
To guide us through this maze of accidental accuracy, we're turning to Tom Coffey's book,
Fluke of Truth, when the illogical becomes unintentionally accurate.
It's going to be a wild ride, so buckle up.
So let's just jump right in. What exactly is a fluke of truth?
Essentially, it's when you arrive at a correct conclusion.
But you didn't use logic or facts, no critical thinking to get there.
Think of it like throwing a dart at a dartboard, but your eyes are closed.
And you just happen to hit the bullseye.
Okay.
The dart landed where it was supposed to, right? But not because of any skill or accuracy.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's like the time I was convinced my lucky socks helped me ace an exam.
Turns out I had actually studied pretty hard that time, but in the moment,
I totally misattributed my success.
and that's the crux of it. It's the disconnect between the accuracy of the conclusion.
It's not about being insightful.
It's about this almost accidental alignment with the truth.
This is already making me look at things a little differently.
So to really bring this concept to life, let's delve into some real-world examples.
These are from Coffey's book.
Okay,
Hit me with your best shot. I'm ready to be amazed and maybe a little concerned.
all right, let's start with a thought-provoking one. Imagine someone who's a firm believer in the flat Earth theory.
Now, this person also claims that satellites stay in orbit because of some unknown electromagnetic force.
You know, something related to their flat Earth model.
Wait, hold on.
I can already feel my brain starting to twist up here.
How can a flat Earth believer be right about anything when it comes to satellites?
That's exactly the point.
Their underlying theory is completely off base.
But they happen to be right that satellites do stay in orbit, just not for the reasons they think.
So they kind of stumbled onto a truth by accident.
Precisely.
The actual reason satellites stay in orbit is because of gravity?
And the laws of physics.
Yeah.
You know, something a flat Earth believer might refute.
But the fact remains, satellites do maintain stable orbits.
It's a classic fluke of truth. The outcome is right, but the thought process.
Totally detached from reality.
Okay, that's both fascinating and a little unsettling.
All right, so I'll just cut it off there. But I haven't actually listened to the whole thing. They made like a 17-minute podcast about this idea that I've dubbed Fluke of Truth. But if you are interested in checking out the podcast on Fluke of Truth that I made with AI, I didn't even make it. I clicked make it, I will post that on X, and I will post that on X within an hour from now. So you can just go over. I'm at Coffee and Nuance over there, and I will post, I'll post the whole thing, the whole 17-minute podcast over on X. So you can check that out if you are interested. If you're not, yeah, that's cool. But that's the big thing I wanted to talk about today. There's so much going on politically, and I don't know. I feel overwhelmed. We're less than 20 days from the election. I'm really overwhelmed with what's happening. And I got to put together my thoughts because I don't have them right now. So I wanted to do something a little distracting from that. And that's just share this idea of what a fluke of truth is, because that's what I seem to run into more than anything else. And for whatever reason, it just bugs me. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Anyway, that's all I've prepared today. Stick around for the after show. I'll go through all your comments. I won't be doing this exact same format on Monday because I gotta switch things up. But anyway, I hope you can join me on Monday. Have an awesome weekend. And again, the full AI podcast I will post on X here in a few minutes. But anyway, stick around for the after show. I'll go through all your comments. And until then, have a good one. Peace. Hey. Well, let's see if I can get that off. Boom, boom. There we go. All right. What's up, Rev 68? The America flag. I need to put in some new emojis over there on Rumble. What's up, Doug? Natasha, I use 20-sided dice to make a game of Chutes and Ladders go faster. It's not just D&D. Well, there we go. That is I love it. Repurposing things. What's up? Gonzo, nice to see you. Afternoon, everybody. Gonzo says, did he come up with this concept? That's a good one. Yeah, I came up with that. Because that's what you do rather than coming up with things that will get you lots of clicks and lots of shares. You come up with random things that no one's going to check out. Rev68 says the AI podcast is very cool. It's just unfortunate it has to sound like an NPR broadcast. Well, I assume that that's what they did in the beginning. This is only the beginning, right? This is like just the first version of it. They will have different versions of it, I'm sure. So they're not all going to sound like an NPR broadcast going forward. But that's, I think that's a good one to start off with. So we're going with that. Broken Clock is right twice a day. Indeed it is. Ox says, I tried out the AI podcast, but I was trying to do something very critical of a movie. The summary was correct, but the speakers ended up spinning it all positive, like real news. Made things up too. Well, that's true. They do make up stuff on AI does make up some things. That's totally true. What you could try, Ox, to get what you want is if you were to actually just write a movie criticism of just as an article, right? So you just write out like a 1-page critique of a movie and then put that in. Perhaps then they would do it based on that. So who knows? You got to try it out. Try out different things. I'm always shocked at how this. I was shocked today that this came out over 17 minutes. They did on this Fluke of Truth. I'm shocked that it's that long. So I actually can't wait to listen to the whole thing. I didn't listen to the whole thing because I was just doing stuff. Preparing this actually takes longer than you think. So I actually didn't listen to it, but I will, because I still have to do the little graphic for it and everything. And I will post it over on X. And then I'll play it and listen to it and just see what it's like. But I've been really impressed by this AI podcasting nonsense business that's going on. It's very impressive. And it is something to show your friends that don't understand AI or that they don't think that it's a big deal. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. I have seen more and more videos coming up that I can tell are written by AI. I'm seeing more and more, and I'm able to identify more news in my news feed that is written by AI. I can tell. I can't always tell. I'm not saying I'm the best judge of it, but I can definitely tell when I can't say definitely. I can often tell in these articles that come up in my news feed on my phone or whatever that they're written by AI. And we're seeing more and more and more of that. And I think that this podcasting thing is a really good example because you can have it make. The incredible thing to me is I came up with this idea, Fluke of Truth, last night, right? So I just came up with it last night. And then this morning I just had it make a podcast on it. It's amazing. I'm truly amazed. That's why I keep sharing this with you all. I think that is a lesson in life, though, is if somebody repeats themselves. If you have a friend and they keep telling the same story or they keep explaining something over and over and you're like, yeah, I get it. You already said that. You told me that before. I told you. This is a cheat code here, everyone. If someone keeps repeating something, it's important to them. Okay? So you don't have to tell them, yeah, you told me that 6 times. I've heard that before. They're just letting you know that it's that important to them. And if you didn't understand how important it was, now you know. And I keep talking about this AI podcasting stuff because I'm very interested in what's happening in the world and the fact that, probably I would say most of the people that I know, their job could be replaced with AI. I'm thinking about my friends, and most of them, I'm saying right now, their job could be replaced with AI. And so that's why I keep doing these little AI podcast things, because it's important to me, and I really kind of want to understand what's going on. Natasha says she looks forward to hearing the entire thing too. Nice, I will too. I want to hear AI's spin on the Bible. Well, that's something interesting that you could try. I mean, with Google LM, which is how I did this little podcast thing. You can just choose your own sources. So you could maybe pick a book of the Bible, and you could save it as a PDF, and you just upload it to there, because it goes only from your source. And then you could have it talk about a book of the Bible. And in fact, that might be a really interesting way to learn some of the stories in the Bible. You could just upload a book, one of the books, and have them talk about it for 20 minutes. I think that's kind of an interesting thing. I may give that a try. Yeah. Rev68 says, the thing I've noticed with the AI LLMs is that when AI is wrong, it is very confidently wrong. Yes, it is confidently wrong. And in fact, that's something that we've talked about recently on this channel. In fact, the last video I did on Wednesday was on that very topic, which I dubbed delusive certainty, right? That's being confidently wrong. And when you're confidently wrong, it's very impressive. It is very persuasive. So there you go. Oh, that was interesting. I didn't mean to do that. So it had all my interesting stuff. So you can see all the very few inside baseball there. That was, you could see, wow, Tom, you got 4 views on that live stream. Okay, there we go. So of course, you could just look at the channel and you can see, wow, yeah, no one's watching this. Anyway, that's all I have for you all today. I hope you have a beautiful afternoon. I'll be back on Monday. But keep in mind over the weekend when you hear a fluke of truth. And if you can remember, tell me about it. And you can always hit me up on X, because on X, I will be posting the entire podcast within an hour of now. So anyway, y'all have a good one. Until then, peace.